Hey everybody, welcome back to BigRedEDC. Well, we've got another little Wurkkos light to check out. This one is the HD03 clip light. Now, as you can see there's your clip right there. Little clip light, sort of rivaling some clip lights we've seen in the past for sure. Wurkkos. Now, there's three different colors. They sent us out the blue one. There's blue, green, and orange, if I believe. Got a magnet right here. Now, the magnet is not bad. It's a decent magnet. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit, guys. There we go. It's got a decent little magnet on it. Magnetic back. If you don't want to use the clip, you've got a lanyard little spot right there as well. Now, full aluminum construction. There's your emitters. Now, you're going to have a single spotlight emitter. You're going to have 9 floodlight LEDs. And then you're going to have 9 RGB LEDs. And this thing has got some wicked color combinations. We'll kind of go through and take a look at them. Now, as far as operability, you have your on-off switch right here. Now, as you can tell, I'm going to turn it on real quick. You've got a green light here. Green light means 50 to 100%. If you got an orange light, you're 25 to 50. And if you've got a red light, you're less than 25%. Probably time to charge. Now, like I said, you've got spotlight and floodlight. Floodlight, you're going to max out at 320 lumens. Spotlight, you're going to max out at 680 lumens. And we'll definitely go outside and check it out as always. But like I said, on-off switch here. Now, on the other side, there you go. You've got your flood and spotlight selector switch. Floodlight, spotlight, and yes, it is USB-C rechargeable. Now, you've got a built-in, so it's not replaceable, but it's a built-in 600 milliamp, 3.7 volt lithium polymer battery. But size-wise, it's not too bad. You're coming in at what, about 2¼ inches long. At its widest point, it may be just over an inch wide. And it's really, really light. I mean, that aluminum construction. What's it got? Yeah, 1.7 ounces. Not too bad. Whoa, look out. Now, I wanted to show you the back here. If you want some additional specs, there you go. There's all your ratings. Spotlight, you got moonlight in the spotlight mode, 120, 110, 320, and 680. And then floodlight goes up from there. All your specs. There you go. But, you know, it's a fun little light. Now, it's slightly larger than some competitive lights that we've seen for sure. But overall, it's not a bad little light. Coming at $20? Yeah, this is not bad. This is not bad at all for $20. Now, that's a pretty small light, you know. I tell you what, though, it does perform pretty well. Well, let's not even mess around. I'll show you how to operate it first. We'll do that, and then we'll go outside and play around a little bit. But single click, we are in the spotlight mode right now. Single click turns it on. Single click turns it off. Press and hold for moonlight, and then you can press and hold and cycle up from there. You can cycle all the way up to turbo, but if you're on one of the lower modes, double press and you will go to turbo. Now, double press again, and you go to, triple press, and you go to strobe. I'm strobing back. Single press, you go back. Triple press, takes you to strobe. Double press from there, and now you have SOS. Double press again, and now you have beacon mode. Single press takes you back to the last constant mode you were on. Single press again, turn off. And it's the same for spotlight and floodlight. So now RGB. Yeah, let's look at these crazy selections on RGB. So, double press, and you've got a solid light. There's, what's that, kind of a yellowish. Press and hold, and you're going to cycle through your colors. I mean, it cycles through a rainbow of colors. Now, double press, and you have flashing, that's flashing green, because that's kind of the last color. Well, it's more like teal, but that's the last color we were on. Double press again. Now you've got flashing red and blue. Double press again. And you've got, it's just automatically rotating through the colors. You don't have to hold the button. It'll just rotate themselves. Double press again. And now, oh, we've got the, I don't know if you guys can make that out. It's rainbowing. It's circular rainbowing. That is crazy. Okay. Double press again. And we've got a rotating blue, as you can see there. I'm trying not to shine it directly at the camera. Double press again. What do we got here? Oh, we're cycling through the colors, but we're cycling from dim to bright. Okay. Double press again. And now we've got even more. Now we're doing the circular and changing colors. Dude, this thing is wild. Oh, now we've got a beacon color. And single press. And it goes right back to the last color you were on. So yeah, it's a wild little light, man. It's got a lot. I think it says it's got 20 plus RGB options. So wow. But all right, let's go outside and play around with it a little bit. I'll try to show it in the camera out there. I don't think it's going to pick it up. Well, the RGB, I'll try to show that, but I don't think the camera's going to pick it up very well. So we'll be right back. All right, we got the HD03 outside. We're on flood mode. We're in moonlight, of course. It's where we usually start out. Now, we can see the railing, but we're not seeing the ground a whole lot through the camera. So we're going to bump it up to low. Now, we got a little bit more light there. As you can see, it's definitely a flood. Going to bump it up even more. This should be medium. It's reaching out there a little ways. Now, I can see a little bit more with the naked eye than you guys probably can with the camera. It's not too bad. I mean, I can make out the corner of the yard with the naked eye, which is about 100 feet away. You know, we're not seeing it through the camera. Gonna bump it up again. You guys still can't quite make it out. Try. Then we're back to low. So, there you go. Now you guys can kind of make it out. Now, like I said, we're in flood. So I am going to go back. I'm going to turn it off. And I'm going to switch over to spotlight. Turn it back on. We're in spotlight mode. Again, moonlight. There's the railing. We're not making a whole lot out through the ground. There you can kind of see it a little bit. There it is. Bump it up. And you can see we've definitely got a more focused beam here. Getting out. Ooh. You guys can almost make it out on beam. Now, like I said earlier, 680 lumens on turbo for the spotlight. Floodlight was 320. There you go. There's your 680 lumens. Definitely a lot more. I mean, it's not super, you don't have a super defined hotspot, but it's definitely a more focused, because if I go to floodlight on high, that should be high flood. There you go. That's definitely quite a difference. Now if I go back to low, double click, and that goes straight to turbo. Now we're gonna have a little bit of fun. I'm gonna turn it off. Now there's our the colored lights don't come through very well. I wanted to try to that's not gonna work. Anyway, There you go. We'll go back to this. Definitely a difference when you switch from flood or spotlight to flood and then back to spotlight. But cool. We don't have any visitors tonight, guys. Sorry. But, all right. Let's go upstairs, finish this thing out. All right. So what'd you guys think? I mean, floodlight, it does pretty good. 320 lumens. It does all right. Now, the 680 for the spotlight, that definitely reaches out there a little bit and gives you, both of them give you a decent amount of light. Sorry that the color wouldn't really come through on the camera. I had a feeling it probably wouldn't. But for $20, I mean, you get the flashlight, charging cable, of course, you get a lanyard. $19.99, yeah, it's a pretty decent little clip light. You're not going to get UV or anything like that in this option, but you do get the wacky red RGB, all different color options, which honestly, the red beacon would probably be good, if you're out walking the dog, riding your bike, something like that. Might not be a bad idea to use one of the color options. I know red doesn't travel very far at night, so it's the color that propagates the least, so you might want to switch to one of the other modes, like maybe yellow or something like that. But overall, not a bad little light for $20. Really, really appreciate Wurkkos sending this one out to check out. And as always, I appreciate you guys stopping by and checking it out with me. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. As always, like, subscribe, leave me that comment. I love talking to you. Until next time, guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.